everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 Braves baseball here for you today. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates on July 8th traveling to Milwaukee to take on the Braves. And let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates. Leading off, playing center field, is Bill Vernon. Batting second, playing shortstop, is Dick Grote. Batting third, playing first base, is Rocky Nelson. Batting fourth, doing the catching, is Smokey Burgess. Batting fifth, playing right field, is Roberto Clemente. Batting sixth, playing left field, is Walt Moran. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Dick Schofield. Batting eighth, playing second base, is Bill Mazeroski. And batting ninth, doing the pitching for the Pirates, is Joe Gibbon. And for the hometown Milwaukee Braves, leading off is the Cat, playing third base, Felix Montelia. Batting second, playing second, is Frank Boland. Batting third, playing left field, is Lee May. Batting fourth, playing right field, Hank Aaron. Batting sixth, playing first base, is Joe Adcock. Adcock batting fifth, playing first base. And batting sixth, doing the catching, is Joe Torre. Batting seventh, playing center field, is Juno Comeni. And batting eighth, playing shortstop, is Roy McMillan. And batting ninth on the mound for the Milwaukee Braves is Bob BUHL. Let's get down to the game, folks. Get this one started here in Milwaukee. And here's the pitch to Bill Vernon. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second to Frank Boland. He's up with it, fires over the first. We're out number one here today. Brings up the Grote. Here's Dick Grote. And that ball is going to be lifted in the center field. Gino's patrolling out there today. He camps under it and makes the catch for out number one. And here's Rocky. Rocky Nelson's up now. And that ball is going to be hit down the second. And Frank Boland doesn't come up with this one cleanly, folks. That's an E4. And Nelson's aboard here with 2 outs. Smokey Burgess. Here's the pitch to Smokey. He's hitting 298 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And Nelson's going to stop at second. With 2 outs now, we got first and second. See if Bob BUHL can pitch around this error. Brings up Clemente now. Clemente's hitting 333 on the year, folks, with 8 home runs and 36 RBIs. And that ball is hit back to the mound, and Bob's got it. He picks it up. He fires over the first, and that'll be the final out. So the Pirates leave 2. Go to the bottom of the first. It's Pirates nothing. The Braves due up. We got the Cat to lead the game off here for the Braves. See what Felix can do. That's a ground ball down the Grote at short. He fires over to first to Nelson, and that's out number one. Brings up Frank Boland now. Frank's hitting 303 on the year, off to a great start. And that ball is hit down the first. Nelson fields it, takes it himself, and that's 2 up and 2 down for the Bravos. See if Lee May can get on base here for the hammer. May's hitting 261 on the year. That's a fly ball into the left field. And Walt's got it out there, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. We go to the top of the second. It's 0-0. We got Walter, Marone, Schofield, and Mazeroski due up here for the Pirates. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Easy play, 1 out. Brings up Mr. Schofield. See what he can do here. And that's a ground ball down the third. The cat's down there at third today instead of Matthews. He's up with it, fires over the first. And the cat-like reflexes work. That's 2 quick outs. Brings up Mazeroski. What can Maz do? That's a ground ball to Frank Bolin. 1, 2, 3 goes to Pirates. Quick moving game so far here, folks. As we go to the bottom of the second, we got Aaron, Adcock, and Torrey. We got Aaron and then the Joe and Joe show. And that ball is deep. That ball is back. Going. Clemente, all he can do is look up and watch that one leave the park, folks. Hammer and Hank Aaron. Back-to-back games with home runs. Hit the walk-off from the last game. If you haven't went and seen it, spoiler alert, go check it out. And Hank Aaron puts the Braves on the board, folks, here in the bottom of the second. The first hit off of Gibbon is a home run. That brings up Joe Adcock now. And that's a swing and a miss. So Joe strikes out. Joe settles down after the leadoff homer. Brings up Joe Torrey. Let's see which Joe wins this battle. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Gibbon strikes out the next 2 batters. Brings up Gino. See what he can do here. And that's a pop-up behind home plate. Smokey throws the mask off. And that'll end the inning. But Aaron starts this inning off with a home run. The Braves now lead 1-0. We got Gibbon, Verndon, and Grote due up here in the third for the Pirates. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank Bolin. That's quite a few ground balls hit down the second so far today. He's come up with all but one of them. Here's Verndon. And that's a ground ball down the first. Joe Adcock has it for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Dick Grote. Grote flew out to center his first time up. And that ball is hit down the third. Felix is up with it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the third. Braves 1. Pirates nothing. Got McMillan, BUHL, and then back to the top of the order and Felix the Cat. So here we go. Mac's up now. And that's going to be a base hit right in the left field. Good job by Mac getting on. Just out of the reach of Grote. Bob's going to try to sacrifice him down the second, folks. Getting him in scoring position here with the top of the order coming up. And that's exactly what he does, I think. Let's see here. Yep. Pitcher gets it. Gibbons tags Bob out. And Mac will head down the second. Good sacrifice here. So we got Cat up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out the shortest first time up. Let's see if he can get an RBI here with Mac down at second. No, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job of pitching by Gibbon. Hey, Doug. And that'll bring up Frank Bolin now. Frank is 0 for 1. He grounded out the first his last time up. Let's see if he can get a 2-out base hit here. And he sure does, folks. That ball is hit in the right field. And Mac comes around the score and makes it 2-0. Bravos. So now you got Frank Bolin down at first with 2 outs for Lee May. Lee May's 0 for 1, hitting .260 on the year, folks, with 7 home runs and 17 RBIs. And that ball is back. That ball is deep. That ball is going over the left field fence. Lee May goes the other way, folks. And all of a sudden, this game's 4-0 in a blinking of an eye. How about that? Sure, Lee May showing some pop here today. Here's the hammer. He's already homered in this game, folks. So let's see if he can go back-to-back at bats with a home run here. Here's the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss again. Gibbons, after giving up a home run, settles down and gets a strikeout. But the Braves score 3, 2 of them on a Lee May home run, and take a 4-0 lead into the 4th. And we got Nelson, the Rock, Burgess, Smokey, and Roberto Clemente due up here for the Pirates in the 4th. And Nelson's 0 for 1. He reached on an error, and he's going to hit that ball back to Bob. Bob throws that ball away, folks, and that ball goes into the dugout. And Nelson's going to find himself down at second on a 2-base error. So not the way that the Braves want to start this inning off. Bob doesn't help himself at all. That brings up Smokey now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Smokey's 1 for 1, singled his last time up, hitting .302 on the year. 6 home runs, 28 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Nelson will stop at third. Not testing Hank's arm out there. Down by 4. So we got first and third, nobody out. They will play back for the double play here. Try to double up Clemente. It won't be easy. I hear you, Doug. Got a decent team, Pirates do. And Gibbon, his one of their better pitchers in 61 here. So they got a fighting chance, that's for sure. Yeah. Hey, Tim, how's it going? So here's the pitch to Roberto. First and third, nobody out. And that is swinging a miss, strike 3. Nice job by Bob. You'll get a first out here. That's a big out. And now with Walt up, they call him the Moose, so he sure ain't fleet of foot here, folks. Possible double play. No speed on the bases either. See if the Braves can get out of this first and third, nobody out with nobody scoring. And that ball is hit down to second. Boland's up with it. He fires over the Mac. Mac fires over the Adcock, and that's a 4-6-3 inning. Double play and ends the threat. Bob Buhl does a good job of pitching around his own error. And the Pirates don't score anything. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Torrey, Gino, and Mac due up here in the bottom of the 4th. It's still 4-0. Oh, cool, Tim. As soon as this is over, I'll stop by, buddy. And that's a ground ball down the short. Grote's got it. Fires over the Nelson. 1 out. That brings up Gino. Gino's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And he's going to hit that ball down to Grote also. They might want to pick on somebody else this inning. Grote's a darn good fielding shortstop. Brings up Mac. Hopefully he doesn't hit it down to his counterpart. And I think that's going to be he does hit it down to his counterpart. And Grote's up with it. Throws that ball into the dirt, folks. Ed Grote, announcer's jinx after I just said what a great fielding shortstop he is. Throws that ball in the dirt. Nelson stopped it. Oh, cool. 162 games. Congratulations, Tim. That is awesome, buddy. I'm about halfway. I got 81 games done in the Yankees. This is game 76, so the next game will be halfway for the Braves. So getting there. But yeah, congratulations on getting that season done. Alrighty, we got Gino down at first. Like I say, folks, go over to Tim's channel and check out that 2007 Cleveland Indians replay. See here. Max up now with Gino down at first. Whoa. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Grote gets this one, folks, and that'll end the inning. So the error doesn't cost them anything. We got Schofield, Maz, and Gibbon due up here in the top of the fifth. Let's see what happens here with Schofield. He's 0 for 1, grounded out the third his first time up. And again, he hits the ball down to the cat. The cat's up with it, fires over the Adcock. 1 out. And the Maz is up now. Mazeroski's 0 for 1. He grounded out the second. And now that's a fly ball in the left field. Lee May over near the line makes the catch. Out number 2. Brings up Joe Gibbon. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out the second. And that ball is hit in the center field. Gino comes in a few steps, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates in the fifth. Go to the bottom of the fifth. BUHL, Montelia, and Bolin due up here for the Braves. See if Bob can get on here. He sacrificed his first time up. And that's going to be a ball 4. Take your base. Don't want to do that down by 4, walking the pitcher, because we don't need no stinking DH. Here comes the cat. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short and struck out, hitting a .133 in limited play here this year. Needs to get hot here. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And who wants it? And that'll be Grote, calls everybody off. Out number 1. Brings up Frank Bolin now. Frank is 1 for 2. Reached on a single his last time up and grounded out the first. And he's hitting .304. Having a great start to this season, folks. And that's what the doctor ordered if you're a Pirates fan. That ball is hit down the short. Grote's up with it. Fires over the Maz. Over to Nelson. 6-4-3. And that'll end the inning, folks. The Braves don't strand anybody with the double play. We go to the top of the 6th. Vernon, Grote, and Nelson due up here. Top of the order. Here's the pitch to Vernon. And Bill hits that ball in the right field. It's deep, but not deep enough, as Aaron goes back near the track, makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes the Grote. He is 0 for 2, flew out to center and grounded out the third. He's hitting 220 on the year, off to a slow start. And that'll be a pop-up on the infield. And Felix calls for it, makes the catch. Out number 2, 2 up and 2 down for the Pirates. Brings up the rock, Rocky Nelson. 0 for 2, reached on an error both times up, folks. And this time Felix makes the play, fires the first. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Pittsburgh Pirates, nothing. Milwaukee Braves, 4. We got the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. May, Aaron, and Adcock. Here's the pitch to Lee. And that's a pop-up behind home plate near the screen. Smokey makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Hank up. See if he can get his second home run of the game. He's 1 for 2 with that RBI home run. And that ball is squared up. Can Hank do it again, folks? He does. That ball is deep to right field. That's a no doubt about it. Hank Aaron is getting hot here right before the All-Star break. He would rather not have an All-Star break, I think. That is 3 home runs in 2 games, folks. And it is 5-0 Milwaukee. Sure. Hey, Beatles. Yeah, the Pirates, all of a sudden now, it's the Hank Aaron show here today, Beatles. 5-0. We got Joe Adcock up now with 1 out and nobody on. And that's going to be ball 4. So Gibbons doesn't strike out the next batter after the home run like he has been. No, they're not beetles. Yeah. Here comes the other JoJo. Torrey's now 1 out. Adcock down at first. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play. Groats up with it over to Maz, over to Nelson, and that ends the inning. But not until the hammer drives one out the right field and makes it 5-0. We go to the top of the 7th. We got Smokey, Burgess, Clemente, and Walter Maroon due up here in the 7th. See what Smokey can do here. He's 2 for 2 today, folks. And they finally get him out. That's a pop up on the infield, and McMillan calls everybody off and makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Clemente now. Clemente's 0 for 2, struck out his last time up, grounded out to the pitcher his other time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. May comes in and gets it on a bounce, fires it in, and Clemente's down at first. Mr. Moose. Moose grounded into a double play his last time up, folks, and flew out to center. And he's not going to ground out the double play this time. That ball is smacked in the center field, and Clemente will stop at second. And all of a sudden, the Pirates are making some noise here in the 7th inning. First and second, and only 1 out. Here we go. Schofield up now. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out the third both times up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Is that deep enough to get Clemente to third? It is. They'll throw the ball in at second. So now we got first and third with 2 outs, though. That brings up Maz, the 1960 hero, still living off of that home run in the World Series this year. And that ball is hit in the left field. That ball is deep, but not deep enough. May makes the catch at the track. And the Pirates strand 2, folks, as we go to the 7th inning stretch. We got the bottom part of the order due up here in the 7th. Pirates like to see Gibbons make it through the 7th. He's due to lead off the 8th. You got Gino, McMillan, and BUHL due up here. Let's see what happens. Gino is 0 for 2, hitting .208 on the year. And that ball is swung on and missed strike 3. 1 out here in the 7th. And here comes Roy McMillan up. Max 1 for 2 and scored. See if he can get on base this time. He sure can. He squares this ball up against Gibbon. And that ball is driven into right field for a double. Clemente goes over and gets it after it hits off the wall. So we got Mac down at second. And Bob's going to hit here, folks. He's pitching a shutout here. And we're not going to bunt. We don't need no stinking bunts up by 5. Let's give him a chance to drive in a run here, folks. He's walked and sacrificed so far today. See if we can keep this perfect game going. No, Joe says that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. How many strikeouts is that for Gibbons? His 6th. Yeah, that's his 6th strikeout of the game. Only problem is he's giving up some long balls here. 3 of them. 2 of them the hammer. Here comes the cat. He's 0 for 2. 0 for 3, rather. He's grounded out, struck out, and popped up. And that ball is hit in the center field. Bill Vernon's got plenty of room out there, folks. So they leave Mac down at second. We go to the top of the 8th. Pirates are trailing by 5. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Gibbon. See who they're going to bring on here to pitch hit. Might be Mr. Skinner. Yeah, it's going to be Skinner's going to come out here to pitch hit. There's Bob. So Skinner to lead off here the 8th inning. Nobody on. No outs. And that ball is hit down the second. Frank Boland's got it. Up with it. Fires over the first for out number 1. Brings up Vernon now. And he's 0 for 3. He's grounded out the second and first, and then flew out the right his last time up. And he gets a hold of this ball off of Bob BUHL. And he drives that ball into right field for a base hit. So Verndon's aboard here, folks, with no one out. And here comes Dick Grote now. Dick's 0 for 3. Flew out to center, grounded out to third, and popped up to third. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job of pitching by BUHL. Get out number 2. That brings up Rocky Nelson now. And the Rock's 0 for 3. He's reached on 2 errors, folks. One by the second, Boland, and one by BUHL. Hey, Bernard. Yeah, exactly, bud. Better late than never. So here's Nelson. And that's a fly ball in the right field. Aaron in the gap makes the catch. And the Pirates leave 1 on, folks. We go to the bottom of the 9th. And the Braves winning by 5. See who the Pirates are going to bring on here. We got righty, lefty, righty due up here for the Braves. Boland, May, and Aaron. Let's see here. Only one more game to the All-Star break, so all hands on deck as far as that goes. They're going to bring on Earl. When was the last time? Yeah, they'll bring Earl out to pitch here. He's had 4 days off or not. You want to do that? Sure. Earl will come out and pitch. So Earl Francis, like I say, will be facing Boland, May, and Aaron here in the bottom of the 8th. Trying to keep this a 5-run game. And here's the pitch to Frank. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and scored. And that ball is hit in the center field. Bill Vernon had him played perfect, folks, and that is out number 1. That'll bring up Lee May here today. Lee's 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs. And that ball is swung on and missed. Francis gets the second out here. That'll bring up the Hammer. And the Hammer's having an awesome game, folks. 2 for 3 today. Both of them home runs. And he hits this ball down to second. And Maz has got it. Fires over to first. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. Let's see if the Pirates can make some noise here in the 9th. BUHL's trying to get a complete game. He'll have the heart of the lineup due up. Smokey, Clemente, and the Moose. See what happens here. Like I say, Burgess is 2 for 3. And they didn't want nothing to do with him, which I don't understand. Make him earn it. He walks the Smokey. So brings up Clemente now. Up by 5. They got to hit the ball. Clemente is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. And that ball is popped up in the infield. And Felix calls for it near the third base line. Makes the catch in fair territory. That's out number 1. Here comes the Moose. And he's 1 for 3 today, folks. He got a single his last time up. And he pops this one up behind home plate. That's right up the chute. That wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth, folks. Torres takes the mask off, makes the catch, and that's 2 outs. Pirates are down to their last out here. Schofield, he is 0 for 3. Grounded out the third twice and flew out the right field his last time up. And that'll do it, folks. He hits that ball in the right field. Aaron camps under it, makes the catch. And that is a ball game. 5-0 Braves. Let's take a look here at the box score. And the Pirates, no runs on 5 hits and an error. The Braves, 5 runs on only 6 hits, but they was big bombs and 2 errors. Like I say, Smokey was the offense. He was 2 for 3. It's about the only one that could figure Bob out today. And Aaron was the man of the hour, that's for sure. Lee May was 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run, and Aaron with 2 solo shots. Joe Gibbon pitched a decent game. Like I say, just gave up the long ball, folks. 7 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 3. Francis came in and pitched a nice 8th inning, struck out 1. Yeah, exactly, Doug. Yeah, like I say, his last 2 games, he won the last game. Go back and check that one out against Boston with a home run, walk off. And like I say, Bob, 5 hits over 9 innings, walked 1, and he struck out 2. Just pitched a good game. Let's do some fast play here in the National League. We got the Phillies traveling to Chicago to take on the Cubs. Poor Phillies with their 22 and what are they? 22 and 40 what? 54 record. But they get the win over the Cubs. 6 runs on 12 hits and 3 errors. And the Cubbies 3 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. We got the Reds traveling out to LA to take on the Dodgers in the Coliseum. And a slugfest out there in Cincinnati, in LA. A lot of balls must have went over that left field wall, folks. The Reds 9 runs, 17 hits, no errors. The Dodgers 8 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Pinson was 3 for 5, folks, with a home run and 2 RBIs. And the last game on the schedule for July 8th is the Cardinals at San Francisco. Oh, thank you, Doug. Appreciate it, bud. Oh, and you're welcome too. Let's see what the star is here. Boyer drives in 6 runs. The Cardinals commit 4 errors and leave 14 on base and still win by 6. Sure. They overcame a lot of problems, that's for sure. We'll take a look at this box score real quick. Cardinals 10 runs on 14 hits, and the Giants left 14 on. That makes more sense. Read it correctly, Dwayne. And 4 errors, and the Giants 6 runs on 10 hits. Oh, thank you, Bernard. Appreciate it, bud. And that is the ball game. Let's check out the standings here after July. I keep saying July 8th. One more game until the All-Star break, folks. And got the Braves are now 3 games up on the Giants. Cardinals are 5.5 games back. The Reds are 6.5 games back. The Cubbies 9.5. The LA Dodgers 10.5. The Pirates 13, and the Lonely Phils 24.5 games back. Let's take a look here at the leaders. Still got Altman leading the league with his .352 batting average. Mays up to 26 home runs, and Cepeda with his 77 RBIs, folks. And you got Perky leading the National League with a 2.72 ERA. Spahn with his 10 wins. And old Don McMahon with his 17 saves, folks. I want to thank Bernard for stopping by. Check out his great channel. Beatles, check out his great channel. Doug Hunt. Cleveland baseball fan 879 says his game premiered at 10 o'clock, folks. So go over and check that game out. And until next time, you all have a great day. I might be on here later on today with the Yankees. Yankees, I think, got a double hitter here on the last day of for the All-Star break against Boston, if I remember correctly. Let's take a look here before we leave on July 9th. Yeah, the Yankees got a double header against the Red Sox, so maybe we'll get those games in, and then Braves finish up with the last game of that 3-game series against the Pirates, and then, like I say, as you can see, then we go to a 3-day All-Star break. In 61, they actually had 2 All-Star games. The other one's in late July. They only get 1 day off for the All-Star break that time, but this is the big break. So, like I say, until next time, folks, you all take care. Have a great day. Hey, Steve. Oh, cool. Looking forward to seeing the files, Steve. That's for sure. Yeah, check out Steve's channel later on, guys. He's going to have a review of the draft, the Shanks draft. Like I say, I had a blast doing that. Looking forward to getting the season started. Steve says around 2 o'clock, guys, he's going to be doing a broadcast. Oh, about 2 hours. Cool. So that's about noon. Sorry about that, Steve. Misread that. Yeah, so around noon. I'll let Bernard answer Steve's question there if he's still in the chat. Cool. Check that out too, folks. Bernard says he's starting his game around 1:30 Eastern time. Cool. Sounds good, Steve. Steve says he'll go on after Bernard gets his game done, folks. So we're going to have baseball all afternoon, folks. Like I say, go over to Cleveland baseball fan 879. Check out that game. That's game 161. He only has one more game left, folks, and he'll have the 2007 Indian season complete. And they're still fighting for that division. So go check that out. Like I say, you all have a good one, man. Until next time, have a great day and take care.